Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1998 Arizona Diamondbacks Revisionist History. Today's matchup is between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Houston Astros at the Astrodome. On the mound for the D-backs today is Geraldo Guzman, whose record is 4-3 with a 5.10 ERA. And pitching for the Astros is Chris Holt, whose record is 6-10 with a 4.17 ERA. Okay, a tough game yesterday as we lost 9-7. A game in which we never truly had a chance to win that game. It ended on a walk-off grand slam. Super realistic. I don't know how it is that any team, whether it's us or our opponent that's at home, automatically gets the win in the ninth inning. It's so frustrating and ridiculous. And I was pretty angry at the end of that game. I was so angry, somebody actually gave the video a thumbs down, and it probably deserved it. I deserved it. Our team deserves it. We've been playing terrible against teams we really should be beating. And although we put up 28 runs in that series, we only got one victory. So a real bummer. The good news is we hop on a plane and head to Houston to face the Astros, a city in which I lived in for 3 years. So I'm sure during this series I will have some Astros stories, some Houston-related stories. After today's game, because it is the last game of the month, we will have a separate video where we'll take a look at the standings as we head into the playoff stretch. We'll take a look at the league leaders with 1 month to go. And we will take a look at our rosters, because the rosters will expand after today's game, and we'll add players that we think can help us. Or, when I say help us, I mean, really just kind of see what they have to offer us. Because I think at this point, even though we're 5 games over, there's not a lot of help that we could benefit from. So let's go ahead and get today's game started. As always, I appreciate everyone following along. Like and or subscribe to the channel. I will say I'm actually somewhat pleasantly surprised at yesterday's ball game. I think it only got like 13 views. And that makes me feel better because I was pretty angry at the end of the game. And I'm an ugly, angry guy. We got Geraldo Guzman. We got to see something from Guzman. At this point with his rating, he's going to be in the rotation next year. But he hasn't really given us anything to hang our hat on. Also, Omar Dahl and Danny Graves, they are unavailable. Both of them just completely destroyed any chance we had to win yesterday. We'll take a look here at our lineup. Now, Chris Holt is a right-hander. We have to sit our best player, Bobby Higginson. He is listed as tired. It's been a couple of days, so we're going to go ahead and give him the day off today. Otherwise, everybody else is the regular guy. Garry MADDOX Jr. will be in there and bat eighth today. Let's go ahead and look at the lineup rundown for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Batting leadoff in center field is Rob Ryan. Batting second and catching is Pudge Rodriguez. Batting third in left field is Dmitri Young. Batting cleanup at third base is Matt Williams. Batting fifth at first base is Travis Lee. Batting sixth at shortstop is Tony Batista. Batting seventh at second base is Todd Walker. Batting eighth in right field is Garry MADDOX Jr. And batting ninth will be the pitcher, Geraldo Guzman. Okay, Chris Holt. Take a look at him, making his 24th start of the year. 6-10 with a 4.17 ERA. Not much of a strikeout pitcher, only 86 strikeouts in 146 and 2/3 innings. Opponents are batting .265 against him. He's got a couple of games, though, including a shutout. Fastball topping out at 89 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage is 35.1%. Somehow he's got 4 pitches in his arsenal, but the fastball is the only pitch that he has is above league average, overall rated in 84. The 26-year-old righty is arbitration eligible at the end of the 1999 season. Look at his log. He is coming off a good win over the Giants. 8 innings, giving up only 1 run on 6 hits and a couple of walks. And that was good for his 6th win of the year. Scrolling on down, way back in June, he beat us with 8 2/3 innings, not giving up a run. Fantastic. Let's take a look at the defense for the Astros. Outfield, pretty solid. All 3 defenders above league average. Infield, a little light up the middle. At shortstop is Chris Spiers. No, that's not his name. Damn it. Bill Spiers. Below league average. And at second base is Matt Ginter at 80. Behind home plate is Brad AUSMUS, and he's got a good arm. I think it's an 87. So not going to be able to run today on him. Good defensive catcher. Terrible manager. Okay, Rob Ryan leading it off against Chris Holt. With a base hit up the middle. That is a good start. Of course, we're playing at the Astrodome. This is Minute Maid Park. Naturally, not the same thing. We have a runner at first. Let's hit and run, since we really cannot steal here. Plus, Ryan has been thrown out the last 2 attempts. Hit and run is on. Ground ball to Spiers. And Ryan will advance. Runner in scoring position for Dmitri Young, hitting a little bit better of late. 1-2, striking out. Fastball just under the wrists for out number 2. And Matt Williams, who had the day off yesterday, comes back rested and hits a routine ground ball to short. Bottom of the first, we'll take a look at the Astros lineup for today. Batting a leadoff in left field is David DELLUCCI. Batting second at second base is Keith Ginter. Batting third at third base is Morgan ENSBERG. Batting cleanup at first base is Jeff Bagwell. Batting fifth in center field is Carl Everett. Batting sixth in right field is Derek Bell. Batting seventh in catching is Brad AUSMUS. Batting eighth at shortstop is Bill Spiers. And batting ninth is the pitcher Chris Holt. Take a look here at Geraldo Guzman, making his eighth start, 4-3 with a 5.10 ERA, 37 strikeouts in 47 2/3 innings, and opponents are batting .310 against him. 62 hits in those 47 2/3 innings. He has an amazing fastball, tops out at 96 miles an hour, and it's rated a 94, so elite level. And he's a ground ball pitcher, 52% of the time. Overall rated in 82, the 25-year-old righty is arbitration eligible at the end of the 2001 season. And if you look at his log, he is coming off a win, 7 1/3 versus the Braves. Almost made it to 100 pitches. Gave up 1 run, 5 hits, a couple of walks. That's the kind of performance we need to see from him every time out. I mean, just don't give up more than 3 runs. Okay, take a look here at our defense. We got Dmitri Young in left field. Otherwise, the outfield's solid. With MADDOX out there in right. Infield, of course, is very good. And behind home plate is Pudge. Here's former Diamondback David DELLUCCI. We traded him for Pete Shorrock and a base hit. Leadoff man is on. Keith Ginter has a 7-game hitting streak of 2 hits each. Not more, not less. 2 hits in 7 consecutive games. And he strikes out. I really thought that DELLUCCI was going to steal on that. That's why there was a delay from me. I expected a stolen base. Runner at first, 1 down. Here's Morgan ENSBERG, 2-2. This is what we want. We want Guzman coming out, throwing strikes, keeping the ball from being in play. 2 down. Here's Jeff Bagwell batting .303, 21 home runs with a 2-2 count. And a ground ball that gets past the shortstop Batista for a single. DELLUCCI will hold. It's going to bring up Carl Everett having a bad season, under 200, batting .170 versus righties. 1-2 count. And a fly ball to right will end the inning. We go to the top of the second. Now, although this shows Minute Maid Park, we are playing in the Astrodome. So these are the correct Astrodome dimensions, right? They had turf and they were a dome, whereas Minute Maid's a retractable dome. Top of the second, Travis Lee is going to left field with it, off the wall. Another double for Lee. He is smoking hot right now. 18th double, looking at his log. Yeah, he had 3 games in a row with a double, and now he's got 2 more. I like to see the extra base hits. Here's Tony Batista with a runner in scoring position. High fly ball. Center field, I don't think Lee's going to tag on that. 30% chance, and Everett has a good arm, so we're going to say no. Here's Todd Walker. He had a home run a couple of games ago, but he's lost his clutchness. He strikes out. And then Garry MADDOX Jr. will also strike out. Bottom of the second. Derek Bell, Operation Shutdown. That should be his nickname. I don't know if it is or not. Look at his vittles. No, he doesn't have a nickname, at least in the game. But I will always remember him being on the Pirates and not being happy for whatever reason it was. I think he got sent to the bench, and he's like, he's not playing anymore. He's in Operation Shutdown, is what he said during an interview. Great. Walk the catcher, AUSMUS. 1 out, runner on first. Here's Bill Spiers. Double play would be nice here from a ground ball pitcher. That's a good person to hit it to. Catcher running and a double play. 3-6-1 with Guzman covering first base. Top of the third, and Guzman will lead it off. Batting .077. Pops it up down the third base line. 1 out. 1 down. Here is Rob Ryan. Started the game off with a single. And give him another base hit down the right field line. And he's going to hustle double it. Good job by Ryan. 23 doubles. Unexpected benefit from him. I did not think he was going to be as good as he is. He's only batting .270. But for a fourth outfielder becoming an everyday player, he's come through. There we go. Base hit. Rodriguez goes to opposite field, and Ryan will score 1-0. D-backs. We will hit and run with the meat hook. Try to stay out of the double play with the catcher at first. Now, when I lived in Houston, I think I've mentioned this before, perhaps, as Dmitri Young is going to get all the way to the wall, but not a double. Maybe it got cut off, I guess. I worked literally, and I say literally, I don't mean figuratively. I mean literally. I worked right across the street from the Astrodome. Saw it every day. Of course, Minute Maid Park was already built, and this is the Astrodome's in the same parking lot on the same grounds as what was Energy Stadium, the football field back then. I don't know what the Texans Stadium's called now. But I worked right across the street. I saw it every day for 3 years. 0-2 count to Williams. Ground ball to third, and there's the double play to end the inning. You go to the bottom of the third. Of course, it's shut down, and I think you could pay for tours. I never did, and I could be wrong about that. But the entire 3 years that I lived there, it was a regular conversation of what the hell they're going to do with it. They talked about tearing it down to its skeleton and then rebuilding it. Oh, come on, man. So stupid. DELLUCCI at third. I cannot remember what this is called out here, but they used to have a flagpole in play at Minute Maid. They had it before I ever moved there. It doesn't, of course, it doesn't exist anymore. We'll pull the infield in. Keith GINTER will walk. First and third, we'll play regular depth and give up that run for a potential double play, as unlikely as that seems. 1-1. Now we will pull the infield in. Bagwell, a guaranteed sac fly, but no, okay. We're down 2 bullpen arms. Will this be another grand slam like last night? Carl Everett will strike out. Bases remain juiced for Derek Bell. No relation to J. Bell. That'll get 2 in. That's the ball game, folks. We can wrap it up now. As soon as they walked AUSMUS, I knew the game was over. Travis Lee. No. Tony Batts. Yeah, because I think the dimensions of Minute Maid with that extra triangle out there, I think it's 420 or 440. Now, they may have covered that up, or they may have. I think they've actually taken that hill down. It's somebody's hill. I can't remember whose name it is now. But I think they've removed it. It's flat out there, and I think they brought the fence in. I want to say it's 420. I've seen maybe just a handful of games at Minute Maid Park, but I always had a good time. One time it was the middle of summer and they did not close the roof, and that was kind of brutal. But good food and a good atmosphere. The little choo-choo train up there is pretty cool. Top of the 5th. Rob Ryan with another hit. I think he's 3 for 3 with 2 doubles now. 24 doubles. Pudge. Rodriguez goes Oppo Taco, his 18th home run. A 2-run shot. He's driven in all 3 runs, and his average is up to 342. Nobody out. Now there is. Dmitri. 1 out. Little jam shot. Oh, it's going to be caught by Everett. Williams, by the way, down to 253. That is one player on our team that the more that we've played him, clearly the less effective he has been. Since he had the 4 home run game, he's had 4 home runs, right? I think that took him to 23. And Batista will fly out. We do get 2, thanks to the Rodriguez home run. Guzman at 94 pitches. And he's due up next inning. So this will be his last inning no matter what. He's done. Terrible. We've got really nobody to go to here. Troy Percival lost his job. Definitely going to lose his contract. The guy cannot stop walking people. He has been absolutely useless to us. Top of the 6th. Todd Walker. Flies out to right. And the great thing, if you don't know this about Minute Maid Park, it's right downtown. It's next door to where the Houston Rockets play. So it's kind of in the same block, right? And the parking is so easy. Like, they really nailed it. The convention center is the next block over. That's a second hit for MADDOX. Yeah, that infield single. So the convention center is the next block over. We'll pinch hit, bring in Olmedo's signs. And when I was there in 2017, the year that the Astros won the World Series, that was the same year that Houston hosted the Super Bowl. We're in a hit run with MADDOX. And the convention center was used as like the NFL's, the NFL experience, they called it, right? And you could go down there and throw some footballs around and meet people. And the convention center was also where they housed everybody during Hurricane Harvey. With people who were displaced from that hurricane, which was horrible. And I'm very fortunate that I was not affected. I live just north of Buffalo Bayou. So everything south all the way to the Gulf of Mexico was the area that was affected. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to bring in Joel Adamson. He's got to face the pitcher, then a lefty. So, I mean, we need to get an inning from him one way or another. And under the circumstances, I think this is the least amount of damage. Good job. Strikes out the pitcher. Adamson does seem to be a different guy since we sent him down. Look at that. Who is this guy? Got to get the opponent's batting average down. All right. Keith Ginter will walk. Got to have the poo-poo platter. It is baseball mogul. Now come the righties. Adamson gets ENSBERG to pop it up. That'll do it. 7th inning. Dax Jones coming into play left field. Cool name. There he is. Defensive replacement. Very good. Good call. Chris Holt into the 7th inning. He's given up 10 hits and 1 walk. Pudge will be out this time if the ground ball is short. Great job, Baseball Mogul. Okay. Adamson did his gerb. Nelson Cruz. God, this guy had a bad outing last time. We made him go 2. That's what the problem was. If we had him go 1, he's great. He goes 2, he can be hit. Bringing him in to face Bagwell. 5-3. Bagwell gets his 22nd home run. And then he walks up. Derek Bell jammed inside. Foul ground. It's an error and everyone's safe, even though that was way in foul ground. Never had a chance to win today. Pull the infield in. They're going to pinch hit for the pitcher. We're just playing the odds, folks. Everybody steals on Pudge. Brian Sikorsky coming into the ball game, rookie. Travis Lee. Useless base hit. Chris Hammond will wrap it up. Sikorsky is going to close out the ball game. Yeah, I guess Junior Spivey. Oh, they're going to give us 2 runs. Yeah, that'll make it a safe situation. Absolutely was always going to happen. Never a doubt. That's 2 doubles and a home run for Ryan. Will they bring in someone for the save? It's the only reason it happened. An error. So dumb. This game is so terrible. Absolutely horrible. And there we go. Save situation. Ball game is over. We will pinch hit for Jay Bell though. Right? Because Jay Bell does hit lefties. And he has had pinch hit home runs. Batting .340. So we got to do what we have to do. Oh, wow. This is so fucking stupid. Okay, we make it to September. That's it. That's all we have left to go the year. Oh, there'll be one. Wait, what? A home and home versus the Rockies to end the season? Wait, what? What? One game at Colorado and then 2 back at... Oh, that's stupid. This game is just stupid as shit. All right. Well, we don't need to look at the standings and all that crap, right? We'll look at headline news, and we'll look at just VDNOX in 5, and we'll look at transactions. Jeff Cirillo's got a fractured skull. That's only 2 months. There you have all kinds of advancements in skull fractures. Bobby Jones, strained chest. Kirk Reuter, shoulder bursitis. And retirement from Mark Eichhorn. Good sidearm pitcher. For a little while there, he was one of the better setup mans in all of baseball. Okay, let's go ahead and pull up the box score and get out of here. We will be back later. We lost the last 3 games of the month, or was it 4? No, 3. And we still managed to have a winning record, 15-14. Rob Ryan. Pudge got the 3 RBIs. This game is just horrible. What a waste. Another terrible performance from Guzman. At least the starter got a decision, which never happens. One of our most reliable relievers had to get clobbered. Guess it was his turn. Chris Holt will get the win. He's 7-10. And they gave up just the right amount of runs in order to get a save opportunity for Mike Magnante. Jeff Bagwell had a home run. Great job by Matt Williams and Tony Batista, left side of the infield, committing errors, including one in foul ground, which is just brilliant programming. Okay, we'll be back later today with the end of the month summary. Until then, everyone, have a great day.